none of the relationships I had in high school were, all my girlfriends, or I was just a mean kid, I just didn't know how to deal with, girls or intimacy. And I went into college, it kind of is the same thing. Sometimes I'd have so much sexual anxiety, like, I'd be intimate with my girlfriends and I'd instantly lose interest, like, in the middle of everything, like, just done. And they'd be like, what is wrong? Like, what happened? And I'd be so embarrassed because I couldn't tell them what it was. It could have been a flash of something that just instantly, it didn't feel right. Something felt weird and it just threw me out of the mood, but I couldn't tell them. And then I was like, well, then they're probably going to think I'm fucking gay, because how does a straight guy just lose interest like that? But I couldn't tell them what happened because I was afraid. I'm like, if I tell them, they're going to be like, this kid is screwed up. Something's wrong with him. Like, I don't want to deal with that baggage. And then I think my first girlfriend that I told, it was months into our relationship and something similar happened. We were in the middle of doing whatever and I just lost interest. She's like, what's wrong with you? Are you okay? And I was like, yeah, I gotta tell you something. And I just told her, I'm like, when I was 8 and I was abused by, one of my cousins. And, sometimes I just get flashes of things, or if I feel, I just have a lot of sexual anxiety. And sometimes it's just how it manifests. I wasn't that articulate then. It was 21 or 20 or something, whatever. And she just started crying. And then we were just both crying. I remember, I'm like, why are you crying? Why are you crying? I should be the one crying. And she's like, I didn't know. And like, I wish you had told me. I really did love her. And I trusted her, so. She was actually the first girl I did fall in love with. Like, all my other girlfriends, I just wouldn't let them in. They'd get to a point where it would start to be like, okay, this is kind of serious. And then I would start sabotaging. I'd start distancing myself. I'm already a little bit distant anyway. But then it would be like really distant in a relationship. It's like, well, how are you going to be this way with somebody you've been with? And it was like, whatever, I don't care. And then after a while, people can only take so much of whatever, I don't care. And they're like, whatever, maybe he really doesn't care. And then they just leave. And then I would just move on. I would just shrug it off as another person who's leaving, and I just do my own thing.